I've seen some plans written out of Antifa and BLM to attack cities should Trump not concede. And, I see the wording, and it continues to be based around if Trump doesn't concede the election because they believe that Biden is going to win, and then Trump is not going to concede it. Which makes me wonder, like, why are they so sure that Biden's going to win? Because if you look at the amount of people attending both Biden and Trump's events, the difference is remarkable when it comes to the amount of people at Trump's events in respect to the amount of people at Biden's. There's so much less at Biden's. So the fact that Antifa and BLM seem so sure in these plans that Biden's going to win and somehow Trump is not going to concede the election is already very interesting. Watching this, I just want you to be aware, if you're not already aware, but chances are you probably are already aware because of how they filter posts on these things. I'm sure most of you that see my posts are already aware of these things. But if you're not aware, there are plans to block traffic if necessary. There's plans in major cities. I think most of them are probably blue states and cities, probably because they know red ones, they're going to get more retaliation. But just be prepared for that. And be prepared, apparently there's threats of fire. And so coming out of New Hampshire police, and major threats in DC of what they plan on doing. It's horrible and it's ridiculous. But investigating anonymous letters threatening to burn Trump supporters' homes. Trump supporters in 2 New Hampshire towns say they've been getting threatening letters from someone vowing to attack them and burn down their homes if Trump loses the presidential election and doesn't concede. According to local reports, police say several residents in Milford and at least 2 in Brookline received the anonymous threatening letters. Dear neighbor, the letter reportedly read, you have been identified by our group as being a Trump supporter. Your address has been added to our database as a target when we attack. Should Trump not concede the election, end quote. Kelly, one resident whose home is covered with pro-Trump signs and flags, said she received a letter that included a fair warning, quote unquote, saying she'd better have fire insurance and a reminder that, quote, it was you who started this civil war, end quote. Be prepared to face the severe consequences of your preemptive actions against democracy, the letter concluded. Police now say they're investigating the letters as a potential felony. Not only with us, with criminal threatening, Brookline Police Chief Bill Quigley said, quote, it's on a felony level because of the threat of burning homes down and causing injury, but it could also be with the... I know it cut me off, but I just want to say this. Like I said, I do not stand with Black Lives Matter. I do not stand with Antifa. I do not stand with anything they're associated with. I do not stand with the hashtags because I see right through it. And at this point, continuing to stand with them or support their crap supports this. And also, another thing I want to say is that I actually had the thought a few days ago to go ahead and get myself a fire extinguisher because we honestly don't know. The founders of Black Lives Matter are witches. This whole thing is evil. Right now, it really is a choice between good and evil, and we've really got to weigh the facts, not what we're being told, but weigh the facts. And anyways, I think you can get one on Amazon, and I would suggest maybe people get a fire extinguisher, but it's better to be safe than sorry. These people